Those of you with arm braces need to pay attention. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms LLC, P.A.N. Firearms with NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below, and we seriously need to talk about this. The ATF, now if you remember, actually when I started this channel, my second video that I ever made was about the ATF changing the ruling on arm braces. This was more than a year ago. Well, the ATF has finally done so, and I want to get that information out there. And everybody's talking about this. Please get as much information as you can if you have one of these arm braces, and make sure you take the right course of action, because what is happening is that they're making people felons overnight. So please inform yourself. There's plenty of information out there. I'll leave the links to the ATF document, and if you jump on YouTube, you got the more prominent people like Colion, Noir, and Mr. Gun Gear, and there's Legally Armed America. Go check out these people, get the information, especially if you own one of these things, because I don't want to see people getting hamstrung by this, because I'm sure some of us are going to, and it's really unfortunate. But the brace ban was supposed to be released in August 2022. Obviously that didn't happen. So what is happening now is they've delayed it till December for the release of this, which I assume in the meantime people are just going to go run out and buy these things. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Connecticut, because this is going to really affect us here, due to the ways to not have to register this or to get rid of it. We're going to have to jump through some hoops. So it's going to come out in December, and what I'm hoping is that between now and December, the midterms flips the house, and we get people, especially our reps, we need to start calling them and saying, hey, this is what the ATF is up to. Because basically what's happening, the ATF is making law. They're calling it a rule, but it's technically, they're making a law, because they are now banning these arm braces, which were purchased legally in good faith based on the ATF's own language. And now the ATF is saying, oh, well, now you got to jump through these hoops, or you're a felon. But I'm going to jump into this article here. This is a good one that is called the National Gun Trust, nationalgunrightstrust.com. They got a good breakdown on what's happening here. Now, like I said, they say here it's supposed to be August 2022, but really it's going to come out in December, because apparently there's going to be an overwhelming of the e-form system for Form 1s to people that are registered in SBRs, which most people I assume will do. But these, I'm going to go right down to here, because I don't want to make this too long. This is current unlicensed possessors, which means everybody. In order to comply with the provisions of the NFA, current unlicensed possessors of a firearm equipped with a stabilizing brace and a barrel length of less than 16 inches that would qualify as a short barrel rifle, as indicated on the ATF worksheet 4999 contained in this proposed rule, would need to take one of the following actions before the effective date of the final rule. 1. Permanently remove or alter the stabilizing brace such that it cannot be reattached, thus converting the firearm back to its original pistol configuration, as long as it was originally configured without a stock and as a pistol, which means if you went out and bought one of these AR pistols, put a stabilizing brace on it, take the stabilizing brace off, you're still good. And thereby removing it from regulation as a firearm under the NFA. Exercising this option would mean the pistol would no longer be equipped with the stabilizing brace within the meaning of the proposed rule. 2. Remove the short barrel and attach a 16-inch or longer barrel to the firearm, thus removing it from the provisions of the NFA. 3, I'm going to talk about that one a little bit for Connecticut. Destroy the firearm. ATF will publish information, regarding proper destruction on its website. Good luck. Turn the firearm into your local ATF office after you spent $1,000, $1,500 on it. Just give it back. Right. Complete and submit an application to make and register a firearm, ATF Form 1. As part of the submission, the $200 tax payment is required with the application. Pursuant to 27 CFR 479.102, the name, city, and state of the maker of the firearm must be properly marked on the firearm. All other markings placed by the original manufacturer should be adopted. Proof of submission of the Form 1 should be maintained by all possessors. Documentation establishing 43 submissions of Form 1 includes, but is not limited to, e-form submission, acknowledgement, proof of payment, or copy of Form 1 submission with postmark documentation. That means you send it to them registered mail where somebody has to sign for it. So those are your options. Now, the one where it says remove the short barrel and attach a 16-inch or longer. For Connecticut, that raises a problem because then technically it would be considered a rifle. And under our 1066 or 1160, assault weapons ban, it would be an illegal item. And you know the state of Connecticut is not going to provide any room for this. So most of us are going to be forced to do this Form 1 and submit it to the ATF to get the register as an NFA item. But it raises another problem. Now it's an NFA item. If you want to cross state lines with it, you got to notify the ATF 30 days prior to doing so. So that raises a whole nother set of issues. What's disturbing is they call this, now the ATF has released its justification, what they call the justification letter. And there's a part in here, I'm going to go right to it. Once again, all this will be in the description box, links and everything. But due to upcoming Amnesty registration of pistol brace weapons, photos of the weapon being registered will be required to prove the weapon does utilize a pistol brace in its configuration and would qualify for an Amnesty registration. That sounds pretty damn open-ended to me because they can just look at the picture and go, nah, not proved. It's open-ended language. You know, to prove the weapon does utilize a pistol brace based on whose definition? Theirs? Yeah, this is going to create some real problems here. But the use of the word amnesty, again, amnesty implies that, yeah, we know you got this illegally, but we're going to turn a blind eye if you do this. Pistol braces were purchased legally under the ATF's own language. So how can this be amnesty? Now, the one thing I see in our favor is going to be the fact that the Supreme Court kiboshed the Biden administration from using the alphabet agencies or the executive agencies as a tool to force laws that didn't exist. This, we can only hope, will fall under that because this ATF cannot make law. They can impose rules. They're claiming this is a rule, but it's a very broad rule because, as I said, these things were purchased legally in good faith. Now they're being told you have to take this other step, and that's everybody has to do one of those few things that I read off with this item. Now this is coming out in December. Please go out and look into this, especially people in Connecticut, because we do have an assault weapons ban here, and this is going to kill the other market because who's going to want to put up with this crap? Now every single other that's manufactured with that pistol brace now becomes an NFA item. Who's going to want to deal with that? So make sure you go out and investigate this. I'll leave all the links so you can see, look at them for yourself. And remember, in November, we got the midterms coming up. We need to vote. We need to vote because, as I said, remember, Steve Dettelbach is an anti-gun, and he's in charge of the ATF. He's going to back this, and he's going to push this. I'm not even sure how they're going to enforce it, but it is in a play, and we need to pay attention. So, once again, get with these people. Check out all the information you can. Get educated on what's going to happen, because especially us in Connecticut, because this was a huge thing for us to go out and buy technically an AR platform weapon. Do your homework. Don't get caught with your pants down. Okay? But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified the next time a video goes live. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.